fuck we do? We pray.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Is that even the song? Yeah. Na 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 na. Tequila.
Welcome to Nightstand. I am Barry. This guy over here, that's the Nazz.
Holy hell, we're still standing and we're here for your pleasure, dear sirs, madams.
Dude, this is real. I think it's August. Maybe.
And those who have yet to make up your mind.
Okay, that's definitely something that people would say to. Oh, yeah. Subscribe, social, Instagram.
Yes.
Instagram's very important to us.
But even more important is subscribing to YouTube, which you guys already know, and you've already been leaving comments, I'm sure, saying how lovely the show is and what you want to see in the future, because that's how a show works.
Yeah, it's a back and forth, baby, a two-way street. Don't be loud, eh?
Don't
Hit the
be
button.
loud.
So listen, today's episode, near and dear to my corroding soul and liver. Today's episode is all about cocktails.
Tail of the cocktail, tail of the cock, tail of the cocktail, tail of the cock.
Sure.
You know?
I've never sweat this much. And I think it's because I've been drinking multiple...
What about when you worked at the Droid Factory?
Oh, God. That guy... You know, I cut my whole eyeball, like, on a piece of metal, and that guy, like, never paid me. He was like, you hush-hush about work comp.
You probably have, like, TB, right?
I have PTSD.
I see.
Uh-huh.
I see TSD.
Oh, you see STD.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, we got a bunch of cocktails on the table. We spared no expense.
No. Barry paid for it all. And like I said, I gave him this €5 for my next France trip, but he actually pulled out American USD and was like, suck my USD.
Oh, dear me, God in heaven. Do you want to name what we got going on this table?
Sure.
All right, go through it, my friend.
So, we're going to start from, I guess, left to right.
That's how people read.
So, we have a Bloody Mary.
Bro, that's right to left. You have to think about the viewer, you selfish
Left
honky.
to right. Oh, so we're starting with their left.
Yes, that's how they read.
Okay. Margarita. We have
Offensive.
a vodka martini. Dirty. Dirty.
Filthy.
We have a strawberry daiquiri.
Yums.
We have a mimosa.
Good morning.
We have a red sangria.
Hey.
We have a pina colada.
Hey, la vida.
And we have that bloody ass Mary. When I look into the mirror in my bathroom, I say her name 3 times,
Right.
and she appears behind me, and like modern horror effects, her mouth opens.
Wow.
And then right as her mouth gets so wide, it cuts. And then Barry's in the other room like, Nazz, what the fuck?
Right. And then the pipe bursts.
Exactly.
Right. So listen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sample some cocktails. We're gonna tell you about how to drink.
Yep.
Because you don't fucking know.
Nope, you don't. And you're sitting with professionals. Do you think we would be doing a show if we weren't paid to be the best we could be?
We are the location. Might as well be a couple oracles sitting. And this is this menagerie of drinks. I just don't know where to start. I got to tell you that this pina colada, holy shit.
That looks like sticky goop.
Listen, things are slippery around here.
Dude.
Be really careful. This looks...
You better not drink that because we're not starting with that. Oh, we can. Go ahead.
I just want a little sip.
Okay, pina colada is number 1, I guess.
Rupert Holmes. Gee, Gus. Oh, yes. Rupert Holmes. So this guy, he wrote and he made a career out of the song Pina Coladas.
If you want pina copyright.
Well, basically the whole story is like this guy's... Oh, actually, it's so confusing with the classified ad and shit. That's not where that goes. Don't worry about it. But this guy's like, it was my own lovely lady.
Dude, made famous in Dirty Work with the incomparable Norm Macdonald. Rest in heavenly peace, my father.
Oh, okay. Artie Lang, too, was there.
Artie Lang, God bless his fully stabbed stomach.
So let's paint a picture.
Artie Lang is laying in his kitchen. The puddle of blood spreads beneath his enormous ass. Mm-hmm. He thought he told his last joke, and I love Artie Lang.
Uh-huh.
But he lived to tell the tale.
He had that Coke nose, too.
His nose lost all
cartilage
and deflated.
Look,
Is
there's
that the
sweat
story?
running down my face, baby.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Drink number 2.
No, hold on. I wanted to talk about the pina colada for a second.
Oh, yeah, Chris Farley goes, Street Fight G7. And as he presses the jukebox, it goes, instead of Street Fight by the Rolling Stones.
Okay. I
real
mean,
story.
I've never heard that song.
Neither have I.
Picture that you're down in like a. This is
Oh, is
down
this like
south
Cabo?
of Florida.
Oh, no.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Miami?
Yeah, you're south of Miami.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in the island of Morada.
Ooh, Il de Morad.
And we have a very wealthy friend who goes there.
Yes, very wealthy.
This guy.
He owns multiple pieces of real estate. He is just jet setting. His children have been more places than my feet have ever stepped.
Well, your feet ain't stepping much more, given that you are now on your 3rd week of gout.
And I only have 1 foot as compared to 2. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you're drinking the pina colada, and there's this like romancer dancer, and it's this lady, and she's like doing this,
It's like,
and you're like finishing off your like unfiltered Brazilian cigarette, and you're like, oh my god, and then the mosquito netting is blowing, and you guys are just pumping in the night, the heat
oh
of the
my
night.
goodness.
Okay,
We have,
that's a pina colada.
that's a real scene. Yeah, Pina Colada, take 1.
Right.
I hope you liked it. I did too.
What do you got over there?
Oh, were you doing margarita?
Well, this is so closely related. Now we're gonna be in Mexico. We are in Cozumel. Is it good?
Ooh, delightful sour mix, tequila.
Now, we didn't salt it because Nazz has a sodium problem.
Yeah, now I can't eat anything, but I think I can only eat like chia seeds
That tequila talking
and
to me.
tofu curd.
Talking to me. I would say la corazon. What is it?
If you like margaritas.
No, you can't. This isn't that. No, look.
No,
So,
when you go
wait a
to-
minute. Jimmy Buffett.
Yes.
So, this guy blew out his flip-flop because he stepped on a pop-top.
Oh right.
Cut his heel, had to cruise on back home, but there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render that frozen concoction that helps me hang on.
I think Jimmy Buffett's parents were like, all right, the kid clearly has talent, but then when he started singing about like hamburgers in paradise and like Margaritaville, I think they were like, can you just stop talking about food and drinks? Maybe talk about sex and drugs like everybody else.
But he
was like, Mom, Dad, I've got a vision. And then all of the coconut heads or parrot brains,
Parrot brains.
what are they called?
Parrot brain.
Parrot heads?
Yeah.
They follow this guy.
Yeah.
All around the globe.
Look, I was in Orlando once at the, I mean, honestly, I was at Orlando Studios. I'm not proud of it. I mean, I don't have kids, so what the fuck was I doing there? But I went into Margaritaville, and it was like, living on sponge cake. And I was like, holy shit, this place is nuts.
And then you were like, can I have a drink? And they were like, that will be $45.
Oh, God. That margarita was 2 times smaller than this, and they were like, we need health insurance.
I'd rather pay him in doll hairs, am I right?
Oh, God, what a quack.
Next drink.
Yeah. So margaritas are cool. You shake them up, and you drink tequila, and you barf at the country festival because you have no right drinking that shit at a country festival. My
Yeah.
dog left me. My truck won't start. Sorry.
Smash his headlights if you like.
Oh, you
If he
break.
cheats on you.
Oh, yeah.
Shania.
Carrie Underwood.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, boys.
Hey, girls.
Okay, so what? Oh, I'm over here now.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll get to this one last because this is an old favorite.
hefty old
But right
tomato.
here, we've got something from Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Perhaps Madrid. Offensive lisp, not bad. Canceled.
No, Barcelona. That's how you pronounce it. You never knew this? Ibiza?
Bro, you think I've ever left the state?
I assume you have what's called the internet.
I'm still on.
You know what? I might have been wrong.
No, I'm using the Trials CD from AOL.
Oh.
So I only.
Oh, you have that Encarta. You have that Encarta encyclopedia?
Who the hell just yelled?
Oh, Sergey.
Was that the neighborhood, or was that the
Volume off.
producers?
Volume off.
Holy cripes! So look, you're in.
She's good for so much.
Barthel-
And then all of a sudden it's ringtones.
Yeah, but do you see Milari? Milari, quiet like fox.
I feel like her ringtone when she was a teenager was like Xtina Aguilera's like.
What are you saying, Xtina?
Hit me with your best shot or something.
That's Brenda Carlisle.
Brandy? How's the sangria?
So this, I think of maracas.
Don't go to bullfights,
No. Never go to a cockfight.
but do go to tapas and get that jamon, and do get those just stuffed pork chops with a good paprika.
What about the running of the bulls? You
Don't go to it.
You know what you do? You go to the running of the bulls. Before you arrive, you put a bunch of sangria in a camelback,
And then
So
I
when you're-
walk with the bulls.
No, they spear you.
Yeah, dude. Poor bulls, man. They give
You
those
think
guys
your
such a
uric
bad
acid
rap.
hurts? What if you get a bullhorn straight up your rectum while you have a camelback full of sangria?
And then you bleed out and your puddle of blood, similar to Artie Lang's, it's like just sangria.
Wait a minute. Is there a song about sangria? There must
Living
be.
on sangria.
Living on.
It's called sangria wine.
Oh, sangre wine, sangre wine, sangre wine. Who's that? Little Nazz X?
Pharrell Williams and Camilla.
Holy shit.
Oh, Camilla Cabello, my Cinderella, God bless
I wish we
her.
had some Atlanta out here because I've
Never seen such a Disney princess as Camilla Cabello.
Okay. Look, the sangria is interesting, and here's why I'll tell you it's interesting.
It's got that pinch.
It's got a serious pinch. But here's what I think about sangria. Somewhere, it's like the summer of maybe like 1908.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, look, this is all we have. We got a bunch of fruit's gonna rot. We got a bunch of this weird liquor that we can't identify, and we have a bunch of red wine.
About to turn.
Could have been white wine.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Toilet wine.
They're like, throw this all into this like cauldron,
Yep.
ice it down.
Rotten fruit peels.
Sangria is one of the few drinks, unlike the rest of them, where you can kind of just be like nuts about it. You can do whatever you want.
Get crazy.
Right. The rest of you can't. Well, a martini. I mean, it's gin or it's vodka, right? Like whatever.
Shaken, not stirred.
But this sangria is here to party, and a lot of us in college made sangria, but it went by a different name. And do you know what that name was?
Jesus juice?
Look, I'm sure your pastor filled you
Kookapoo?
up. No, it was jungle juice.
Jungle juice.
Right. So you put everything in a Rubbermaid container, with a bunch of fruit.
Ooh. My friend's father in college was a super hippie and used to fill a bathtub with all these boozes, and it would be called,
Super flute.
Jesus juice. Or no, like blood of
Christ.
Sangre de Cristo.
Okay, well, look, it doesn't really make a difference. It's you put
It
everything,
got your turn.
You put everything together. Now, one alcohol not featured here, which is actually the opposite of sangria, and I think we need to mention it because it's important.
Yeah.
Is Everclear.
Oh, that's that moonshine straight out the gate?
It's just grain alcohol.
Dude, and
It destroys you.
they're in the southern woods of like, I don't know,
North Cackalack.
yeah, North Cackalack, the Appalachians.
Right.
And they're sitting there like mushrooms just popping up around them.
Right.
The still's steaming ass.
It's a great hobby.
Yeah. What you should really watch is Redneck Zombies by the incomparable Trauma Films.
Wait, no. The
yeah.
guy that did The Toxic Avenger?
Yes.
That's not Trauma.
Yeah, it's Trauma.
Is it?
Yep.
That guy's a
Traumaville.
G.
Dude, he's
he
so
looks
funny.
like a little peaceful man, then he says the most vile shit.
He's what you wanted to be.
I know.
With the bow
Successful.
tie and
oh
being
yeah.
like,
he looks like
"Fuck
Dr.
you,
Fauci,
man."
but he's like,
He does
yeah,
look
yeah.
like
Then all the
Fauci.
shit comes out of his ass. It's like, what is coming
What
on
is
my
his
television?
name?
Oh, God, I couldn't
We'll
tell
Google
you.
it. Put it on the screen.
Yeah, that guy.
Love him.
Yeah, he's a great
So, what's our next drink?
dude. Well, let's see. We're sangria. What do you got? What's
Strawberry daiquiri.
Oh, this is a lovely little.
Yeah, this is a palate cleanser, really.
Yeah,
you usually put what rum runner.
You know what? I didn't make the drinks. That's why we have Larry and Sergey.
Larry is a professional bartender, or was.
Yes, not for
and
many years.
She creates the cocktails just beautifully. It presented gorgeously. We didn't have the fresh fruit, unfortunately. Larry, your salary's been docked.
Yeah, definitely been hit. But what's interesting is the daiquiri.
Oh,
this
nice.
is something like,
Nice.
all right, let's say you've got like a 6:30 reservation with your parents, right? So
Yeah.
it's you and Sergey, and it's your dad and your mom, and you go out and you're like, look, I don't want to like order like a whiskey on the rocks.
Hell
What do I
no.
do? I want to have a little meal. You know what? It's bright outside.
I got a Broadway show to see.
Let's do a little daiquiri because it doesn't hit you that freaky way.
Yeah.
It just talks to you and it's like, hi, I'm alcohol.
Did you sip this yet?
This is a gateway drug.
I would usually drink that at the poolside. If I were to go to Bermuda, Bahamas.
This is
Come
freaking
on,
delightful.
pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We'll get there faster if we drink real slow. No, that's joking.
Well, you know what?
Drink it.
Well, give me a moment.
You know the Beach Boys were in bed with Charlie Manson? Google it, bruh.
I did not know that. This is amazing, and it's exactly what you expect. Not too aggressive. You're coming out to the pool, which will be in 15 minutes, because I swear to God, if I don't get a goddamn breath of fresh air, I'm going to drop dead.
I swear to God, if I was at an all-inclusive resort instead of this fucking hellhole, I would be so excited. I feel like cool air would be like rushing over my body. A cigar would be like, yeah, exactly. Like,
Didn't you go to Atlantis?
yes, I have been to Atlanta.
And you freaked out down there.
yes. I freaked out because I was very young, but like I was like going down a water slide, like whoa.
Wow, what a white person. Look, you have to understand that is far too much strawberry for me personally.
Well, what's your next drink? You want to fuck with it?
Yeah, it's
Because remember, we have 2 more over here.
oh hell. Well, let's talk about the martini next, and then we'll go to the morning times.
Who drinks martinis iconically? Go.
Bond. James Bond.
Shaken, not stirred.
Because I ain't no puss. Or punk.
Ass.
He ain't no punky puss.
No. 007 goes hard. I already gave a lot of credit to Pierce Brosnan in the last episode for narrating Disney's Oceans.
You did.
Daniel Craig, Sean Connery, Richard Mathers.
But here's all
That's a lie.
here's all that matters right now.
I think Richard Mathers wrote that.
You
Will
get
Smith.
on a train
Yeah.
that's ripping through the Swiss Alps.
Oh,
now
yeah,
you're
baby.
in your little cabin.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm gonna go down to the bar car.
Black tie.
Hold up. So what you're gonna put on is you're gonna put on the only thing you can put on, which is a white tuxedo jacket with a black tie. You go down to the cart. There's a couple people around. Some beautiful woman. So you saunter up, not
yeah.
knowing that she's actually from Russia.
Just pretend I'm her, baby.
I'm like,
I'm leaner.
martini. Oh, Jesus, now I'm Russian. I say, my name is Bond, James Bond, give me a martini. So he's getting that martini. This train's doing 120 miles an hour.
What kind of heat are you packing? Do you have a gun, or do your shoes have knives in
Do
them?
you not know what James Bond has for a weapon?
He has a car that
So
shoots.
Walther PP7.
Damn, bro.
PPK.
Did you watch all the ones like Octopussy and Golden Fuck
seen every
and
fucking
like
every fucking movie.
an Orange Wheel?
Don't even fucking come at me with Les Mis and shit. Listen, so he has a Walther PPK, I want to say, and then the game they call it a PP7.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. This bitch tries to pull a knife from her garter.
Yes.
While not spilling my drink. By the way, can I have it? I'll demonstrate
yeah.
to you. I think that's a nice olive you've got in there. Kudos to Larry for hooking it up.
Yeah, Larry, this one gives you $1
God, this
back
looks
to your hourly
delicious with
salary.
all those odd bubbles in it. Smoking hard.
That's sharp?
So, now this bitch, she's swinging a knife around. She's got her leg out of that slit in the dress, and she's like,
Oh, it's always a slit.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, pop, 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 pop.
Do you shoot her?
Yeah, I blast her in the tit.
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna lay with one another.
We do later as I cauterize her wound
Oh God.
and stick her other wound.
Oh, wow. So we've called a vagina a wound.
No. She had there was an exit wound.
Oh, there were 2 wounds.
Yeah, I've only got so many, So yes, you don't blast. It's good. I know it's a little warm up here.
I'm surprised we haven't puked on Knightstand yet.
Well, it's coming, bud. Wait till episode 37. It's called Pukin'.
So, vodka, very famous. You can do this dry. Sergey usually gets it with no vermouth. Like, I think she says dry, but it's like, don't get vermouth near my shit.
I don't know
just
what
want
that
cold-
vodka
cold
is,
vodka.
but I've got to tell you something about it.
This one here is what everybody gets at brunch
That's
with
not
their huevos rancheros.
That's not true, 'cause they also
They
get
get
this.
it with chicken and waffles.
Well, they also get
They
this.
get it with eggs benedictos.
Did you ever screw around with some sriracha and some bacon dust?
Oh, have you ever put a full shrimp cocktail on a fucking drink? Have you ever roast a turkey leg?
No, I
and
gotta be
just-
honest. This thing's just leaking.
Okay, so we switch.
There's so much water. It's okay.
This is a mimosa.
And this is the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Senior Shadow, Senior Spirit.
Let's say you're not a drinker, but one night you're like, well, I'm at this graduation party. Maybe I'll drink.
I think we're gonna die tonight.
So you drink, and you were right not to do it, but it's too late because it's the next morning, and you're about to heave. Do you think, as a recommendation, you're going for more of a mimosa, or are you going more for Bloody Mary?
I wake up. Actually, I love Bloody Marys, but they usually put anchovies in the Worcestershire. So I usually go mimosa.
Oh, son of a gun.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a Blamosa?
No.
It's orange juice with tomato juice.
That sounds horrendous.
Have you ever had Clamato?
I have.
That is a sexually transmitted disease.
That's chlamydia.
I see.
Yeah, but it's nice to know that you have one of them, which we won't get into. The Bloody Mary for me, if you're hungover, I mean, look, I used to be a big fan of them. Not so much anymore. I think my body's changing, much like yours.
Your body is changing right in front of me. I see the world. I see alien worlds. Ben drinking.
Been drinking. So the Bloody Mary, this is why I think this is more important than the mimosa, because this has some sustenance. It's got tomato. It's got some weight to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
That's Bloody Mary's mouth, like...
So you're really caught up on this.
It scares me.
So you've been haunted.
Of course I have. Young Benjamin knows it.
Oh, young Benjamin.
My ghastly brother protects me in times of spiritual turmoil.
What about your ghastly sister?
My ghastly sister just chills and is like, I hope you fucking die.
Oh, poor thing.
I know.
Well, what's
Nobody
interesting
cares
about
about
one
me.
of your sisters and about, my own life is that alcohol has carried me through some dark times.
Same. I'm
There-
slipping into a dark time as
Wait a
we
minute.
speak.
Weren't we supposed to do a segment?
Do you have the tape?
No. So, never mind. We'll just-
Segment's canceled.
Segment's canceled. But we'll bring it back.
Actually, no.
Look, I've sipped a bunch of different we're talking some rum, we're talking some tequila, we're talking some vodka, we're talking some wine. I'm in another world.
I've had a great time this episode. I think we should go get the measuring tape.
It's okay. Really,
All right, we'll have to cut that out.
we can't measure dicks.
No, I really can't because it's like that night has more than I'm packing.
Oh, this poor little man with the little wiener.
Yeah.
Okay, look, real quick, I want to tell you a story. So one night I went out in a town which will remain nameless. I went out with this gentleman. And
Turkey Town.
We was doing some drinking. And we was doing some stanking. We were smoking butts. We were 22. God love it.
Barry was like,
Middle of February. And I finally said to Nazz, I go, look, I know what my end is. So take my car and drive yourself home some 25 miles from where we were.
not a good look.
He's like, you know what, I don't want to do this. And I was like, look, I have to sleep next to this dumpster at a Cumberland Farms. And I'm going to do it in my way. So I walked into Cumberland Farms. Little Nazzy goes off. He's like, he don't know what the hell he's doing.
I
He's
am
got his
so
own,
not proud of that
He's got his own
decision.
story. I go into the Cumberland Farms. I buy a purple Gatorade. I go outside. I open it up.
Don't drink and drive.
I dump out the purple Gatorade.
Don't
I
eat
fill
gelatin.
up the rest with Absolute vodka. I shake it up. I start drinking it. I lay down next to this dumpster, next to trash,
Yeah.
in the middle of February. Then you know what happened?
No.
I got a series of texts. Actually, I don't even think you could text me at the time. I think you called me and you were like, oh, I hate
It
you.
was like a Nextel or some
You
shit.
made me do this.
How dare
I'm on the
you.
highway. I can't see shit.
I feel like I'm always crying when I'm talking to you.
So you stole my car.
Right. I
Then-
was gifted your car. I should have fucking put the title deed in my name.
Hours later, as I froze to death,
I would have won that case on Judge Judy, baby.
I called an ex-girlfriend and I said, look, I'm going to die of hypothermia. I have to sleep at your house. And she was like, are you fucked up? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Answer to that question? Yes.
So I went to her house. She made me sleep on the floor under an Afghan. And I was like, does this mean we're not like on good terms? And she was like, go to bed, you stinky prick.
Dude,
And that was
pretend,
that.
pretend I'm Judge Judy, right?
Okay.
All right, sir, stand up.
You want me to stand up?
Stand up.
I actually can't move.
Stand up.
All right there, Judy.
Sit down.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, look. As I stood up, I realized that all of the denim that I'm wearing was attached to every single fiber of my skin and hair. So at this point, I want to be real with you. There's no way we can drink all this alcohol.
We drank enough to die earlier,
This
so
one is-
these are just topping it
What
off.
are you choosing? I mean, ultimately,
I'm going daiquiri at
this
the end.
sangria. So you
No, I
went,
love margaritas
You went with
the
this
most.
little guy. You went with this little girl.
Out of all this, margaritas are my favorite.
You went with this little girl.
Look at this little girl.
Look at this little girl with the
Drinking
daiquiri.
drinks.
This is disgusting, eh? Here you have a sangria.
Cheers to pool parties. Cheers to enjoying the summer not in an upstairs room. And
Wait.
cheers to just being friends with people that you can trust not to bother you.
That's cool shit, but can I just tell you one thing? Nazz revealed that we film in bulk, right?
Yeah.
Just gotta break the fourth wall here.
Do it.
This is the fourth episode of an all-day filming sesh.
I feel fucking gross.